Okay, so you are going to take A4 sheet document. All right, you go to print, then A4 sheet, click create. Okay, so I'll go to file and then open, and then select this Chelsea logo. Okay, it's PNG. I've removed the background, so I'll open it in a new document. Okay, then I'll add hue and saturation, then take the saturation to -100 and then decrease the lightness a little bit, let's say -7. Then add brightness and contrast, increase the contrast a little, then the brightness and then the contrast. Okay, so we have this. Now add curves adjustment layer, and then right here we see this hand. If you click on that, you can just click on the mid-tones, dark tones, and then white tones. So the areas that are gray, they are the mid-tones, so I'll just click over there and then drag them down. Okay, then after that I'll just click anywhere that's dark tones, and then I'll click and drag them down too. So your curve should be something like this. Okay, so after that I will just hold or shift on the keyboard and click the layer below. I'll select all of them, right click, and then merge layers. Okay, so I'll go to filter, and then right here I can choose convert for smart objects if after applying filters I want to do changes to it. So I'll click convert for smart object or smart filters, and then I'll come here and select filter gallery. Okay, so the end product that we're going to have is this. Okay, so I will delete them. I will delete all the filters so that we start from scratch. Okay, so let me close all these drop downs so we start from scratch. Okay, we know where to open. So the first filter that we are going to apply is below the stylize, or the sketch. So if you drop down the sketch, then you come reticulation. Okay, this is reticulation. So we keep the density at 0. All right, then foreground level 4, background level 33, and then you come down here, you see plus. Then when you click on that, the next filter is grain, and it's within the texture. Okay, texture filters. So you come here and click grain, and here we are going to set the intensity to 20. Okay, so type in 20, and then the contrast we're going to set it to 33. All right, then here make sure it's set to regular. All right, then let's come and click plus again, and the next filter is half tone. Okay, within the sketch filters we have half tone right here. Click on half tone. Now you see added a half tone pattern over here. So we are going to keep the size at 2, and then the contrast you're going to make it 36, and then we move it from circle. Okay, we don't want circle pattern, we want dots. Okay, so you have this, and now the last filter that we are going to apply is in artistic, which is film grain. So don't just come and click, it will replace the halftone. Always, if you want a new one, just come and click, and then you set film grain. Now let's set the grain to 5, highlight areas to 4, and then intensity, let's set it to 2. And then we have this effect, halftone effect right here. Then we go and click OK. Now let's save this as PNG. So go to file, save as, and then you select PNG from here, but I already have it, so I'm not going to save that again. Now let's go back to our file or our blank document. So I'll locate where I've saved it. For me, always in my images folder, I'll bring it. Remember, the resources will be in the description, so you kindly check the link. All right, so I have this right here. All right, and I'll leave it here for now. Then I'll go back there, and then I'll bring this image. Okay. All right, now I'll duplicate the logo. So Ctrl J, I'll duplicate, then I'll bring one on top of this. Then I'll select the bridge image, right click, and then clip it below the logo that's below it. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and turn the visibility of the top, then select the bridge, then I'll try and resize it small, so something like this. Okay, and then I'll just go to filter and then come to blur, Gaussian blur, then I'll add a blur amount of 5 pixels. Okay, and then on top of this bridge layer, I'll create black and white adjustment layer. Okay, then I'll clip it, so you can right click and then choose create clipping mask right here. All right, so I'll just on this and then apply the same Gaussian blur, 5 pixels. All right, now I'll change the top blending mode. Like I'll change the blending mode to lighten right here, so we have the image masked into the black areas and then the halftone appearing in the white areas. Very good. So I'll just group these layers together. I'll select all of them with the shift, and then either you press Ctrl G to group or you press this to group them. Then I was selecting this group, I'll hit Ctrl T for the free transform, then I'll increase the size. Okay, so I'll bring it here. Okay, so this is good. Now let's add layer mask on top and then grab the brush tool, and then with the foreground black, check your flow, and then my flow is set to 33. Okay, so I'll just hide this area. So after that, I'll just lower the opacity of the whole group to 30%. Okay, good. Now we are good to go. Now the next thing is, let's grab the rectangle tool and then create a rectangle right here. Okay, let it pass this tip of the shape of the logo. Okay, so let's go to the properties, click the fill, click gradient, and click on this blue to black gradient. Okay, you can just choose black and blue gradient. Let's change the angle to, let's say, 137. All right, down, hit enter, and we are okay with this guy. Let's go into the images folder and bring this Chelsea Stadium. Okay, let's resize it up here. You only need it up here. Okay, now let's clip it, and then let's change the blend mode. Let's choose soft light right here. Okay, so after this, let's come and drop this group down. Okay, and then the logo thumbnail, the layer thumbnail right here, hold Control on the keyboard and click on it, and it will make a selection around the logo shape. Okay, so with this in place, select the rectangle. Okay, the gradient rectangle layer, select it, and then add layer mask. Okay, now you can see we just trim out the outside of the selection. Okay, so now let's select the top layer so that when you bring in this image, it will come on top without any disturbance. So let's adjust. All right, so make sure this right arm exceeds the shoulder right here. I don't know, exceeds the blue rectangle. Okay, so make it past it. Okay, don't make it fall within it. Make it past it as small. All right, and of course you can increase the size a little, just like this. Okay, so let's go and drop the group down again, and then same thing, select the thumbnail like this, hold Control and then click once to make a selection. Now let's scroll back, select this image, and then click layer mask. Okay, so you have this off. Okay, so let's come and select the rectangle and then the same thing, hold control and then click on the thumbnail to make a selection. Now go back and select this layer, select the mask thumbnail, grab the brush, foreground black. You can increase the flow for fast things up, okay, or speed things up. Let's, oh no, it's not time for this. So we want to delete the outside, okay, not the inside. So let's go to select and then inverse. Let's select inverse. Now we can brush the outside. After that, you can press Ctrl D to deselect the selection. Okay, so we have this and we are good to go. So with the brush still in place without the selection, this time we are ready to mask out this area. So decrease your brush flow to about 15 and then let's follow the process like this. So you have this. Good. Okay, so let's go to the bottom. Okay, select the last, or select the background and then create gradient. So we are going to reverse it and then click here. Let's go for basics, which is foreground to background right here. All right, so with we're going to make the black white. Okay, change it to white, and then this side we are going to pick somewhere here. Okay, now let's come to the top. All right, and let's bring this image. All right, so we're going to right click and then flip horizontal. We don't like how his shirt changes, but we're going to maintain that. Okay, I'm going to add layer mask. All right, and I'll zoom in. Okay, grab my brush and then foreground black. I'll just hide this green grass that is with this image. Okay, let me tweak the flow small. Okay, and get rid of this green. All right, so after this, I'm going to select the layer below this and then create a new layer on top. Okay, so I'll just add a new layer. Then I'll grab the brush, increase the size. Okay, and then I'll right click and then squeeze the brush down like this. Okay, but I have this one that I used, so I'm going to use it again. So for the shadows of the ball, the flow of the brush, I'm going to keep it closer to 100. Right, then I'll click. Now, but it's not that dark enough, so I'll just undo that, then keep it at 100. Now I'll just add my shadows. Okay, so add another one with a smaller size. Okay, this is good. So for the foot or the feet, I'm going to decrease the brush flow a little and then somewhere in the middle. Then I'll add shadows. Okay, so right here, this leg, foot, I'm just going to add a shadow. Now let's create another layer below these guys. Okay, all right, then increase the brush a little, like bigger than, then click to add a bigger shadow. Okay, like this. All right, so I'm going to select the this image, okay, layer. Then I'll go to filter and then blur gallery. Then I'll come and choose path blur. Okay, so you see this pin right here, it's in the middle, so you can press delete. You select the this point and then you press delete on the keyboard to delete that. Now we need our own. Okay, so with this pin, just click on the ball and then drag to the right. Okay, so come here and then uncheck the centered blur. Okay, and then keep the speed at 100. So it is 102. Okay, and then keep the tapper or tipper, whatever it is, just keep it at 20. Now let's change it from custom to rare sync flash. Okay, so we have this. Now come and click and drag the middle node to curve this right here. Good. Now let's click OK. Okay, so we don't want the blur affecting everything here, so come and select this smart filters thumbnail. Select it. Okay, and then grab a soft round. Okay, click enter. Just right click for that panel and then click enter, and then with a black foreground you can clean from this. Okay, you can clean everything. So we are not going to clean everything though, but you're just going to clean from the head. Okay, clean here and then clean here. Okay, so let's select the layer thumbnail and then okay, let me pan it here. Let's create a solid color on top. I'm going to punch this color code. Okay, and then change the blend mode to soft light. Okay, now with this guy, the layer, just hold Control and click on the layer thumbnail to make a selection around it. Okay, and then click this thumbnail, the mask thumbnail of the solid. Grab your brush, foreground black. Okay, and reduce the flow, say 12, and then let's clean small amount of this blue off. Okay, and then press Ctrl D to deselect, and now let's wipe it out of this. So going to clean it, can increase the flow. All right, and then I'm going to lock this layer. So press on this padlock icon to lock it. Okay, and then select the layer below, grab your text, and then let's come and type Matchday. So we are going to sample a color from the shirt. Okay, then we drag it to more shader. Then the font I'm going to use right here is Outer Sans, made Outer Sans alternative. Okay, so I'll just decrease it a little because this stretches out more than the first one that I wanted to use. But okay, so let's place it here. Now press Ctrl J on the keyboard to duplicate. Okay, and then hit Ctrl T for transform, and then move it down here. Okay, so what we are going to do is we have another font style which is the same, made Outer Sans. Okay, but this one is made Outer Sans outline. Okay, and from here the family we are going to choose bold. Okay, yeah, so is it bold? Now let me choose black. No, not black, regular. Oh, okay, so regular. Yeah, right here. Okay, so let me adjust it. All right, so this is what we wanted and we have it. Okay, so right now I have something copied. Okay, so I'm going to paste it. All right, which is the themes. I'm going to link them up right here so I can move it. All right, so okay, you can add the date. I didn't add the date, and this is very simple to do. You just bring in images and just do that. And of course we can bring in some grunge texture. Let me bring the layer on top of this. Then I'll go ahead and change the blend mode to screen. Okay, and if you don't want the effect, you can just go, like, if it's too much, just go ahead and decrease the size. But for me right here, I'm just going to flip it horizontal. Okay, so that it comes here. All right, then I'll add layer mask, grab the brush, and then just clean it off so that to be here, and then 102. Okay, so it's all up to you. And then with this blue color right here, if I turn it off, you see the effect. If you want this, you can keep that. If you want this too, you can keep this, or you you can go ahead and lower the flow or tweak the flow just like that. Okay, so thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like this video to support this channel, and I'm out. Peace.